The Marketing Results Club presents Ian Truscott, sharing his point of view on the trends transforming B2B marketing. Ian Truscott is founder and CEO of appropingo, a digital marketing agency specializing in the software industry. In this interview, he shares his point of view on the limitations of buyer personas for understanding what motivates your customers. Here's what he had to say.
I think the challenge right now, or the trend for B2B, is this realization that you're selling to people and you're not selling to companies. I think that the whole B2B idea that we somehow start being somebody else because we think we're selling to a company rather than to a person is starting to change. I mean, you see that with things like influencer marketing, you see that with social selling, you see that with ABM, is people have started to realize that actually what I need to do is I need to convince a person to take a risk, for them to trust me, and then for me to do something. And I think that ladders all the way up to our marketing. I think that, the sort of blah, blah B2B marketing, the boring stuff, isn't creating trust. And it's not, that's the direction that we need to go. We need to remember we're talking to people.
Do you think buyer personas are becoming more important then?
I do and I don't, in two different ways. One is I think that when I've done persona work with clients before, I think we can get very carried away with personas and we want to understand everything about that person. When in actual fact, very little of that information is actionable. What you need to really focus on is what is the pain that you're solving? What are the questions that they have that you can answer? And that may sit across a broad range of personas. It may be that in an organization, you may be talking to the CIO and CMO, and you may be talking to a risk-averse CMO and a risk-averse CIO. Both of them have that same challenge or risk or emotional feeling towards making a purchase no sort of level of persona work necessarily is going to figure that out. I mean, unless you're going to say, oh, this is what I'm going to say to a CIO who's risk averse. It gets very complicated. I think we can simplify some of that to just answering people's questions, answering the risks that people are going to face. And because I specialize in B2B software, and these are those businesses I know very well, and I think that it doesn't have to be that complicated.
Thanks for listening to this interview for the B2B Marketing Trends podcast. If you have a question or comment for this guest, you can leave them a voicemail and they may respond in a follow-up podcast. By the way, I'm Derek Little, Editor-in-Chief for the Marketing Results Club and Chief Copywriter at trailblazerwriting.com, providing results-driven copy. If you'd like to be featured in a podcast, or be profiled as an influencer, or compete for the B2B Marketing Results Award, go to marketingresults.club for details.